I'm not surprised at all that we're seeing this shift because it's like, well, if this segment of society is saying, men are evil and they need to all go away, and then you have Christians over here saying, no, like we're all created in the image of God, men are welcome here, well then yeah, there's going to be a shift, I think.
Yeah, because that is the question. Sort of like why, and like I think with any of these big trends and shifts, the tendency is to want to like pin it down to like causation of like it
Yeah.
is this because of this one issue, which like the reality is like there's tons of factors and there's tons of different things that are all intertwined, and you don't know how much of influence. But I think what you were saying to me, that is like not the sole reason, but like a big reason is
Yeah.
kind of just the idea of like narrative is like I think for so long like the wider culture, it's sort of like it's a man's world, and you know, and then like the church has this narrative of like, well, but like Jesus, like in his own male dominated world, like sought out women, and women had a place in the church, and like it was very much like hey, the culture doesn't really accept you, but like the church does. So like women, are flocking to church, and like that's attractive. And like you almost have like the inverse now. Toxic masculinity is bad, and like all masculinity is toxic. It's kind of the
Yeah.
jest of, and you have sort of like the Harry Styles, like like kind of the males that are like elevated as like the icons of sort of the wider culture are the ones that very much like deconstruct and distance themselves from sort of traditional masculinity.